So I'm PD Beats with Popternative. Esther, Joseph, good to see you both. Thanks so much for your time.
It's amazing. I love your energy.
I
Hi.
appreciate it. Well, it's a great show, and you both are incredible in this. If we're not excited, what are we doing here? I have a lot of questions. I am curious to see how many times the lemon hunt will be brought up in interviews, though. Like, I really want to know that final
Oh,
tally.
yeah.
It's a first time.
Actually,
Wow,
That's so
we bring it up.
like it so much.
that's so crazy to me because it's like it's there. You know what I mean? Like it's in my
It's a
mind
big-
from the whole series. But Esther, I guess my first question I want to ask is, that kind of script to screen journey. Like there was the book, but at some point you get the scripts, and then you see it come to life when you get the production. What's that script to screen journey like for you with We Were Liars specifically?
I thought it was really special and specific to me and Joe's character too, because they just become such full human beings and they have their own stories and their own lives, and it was a really lovely thing to kind of discover Mirren a little bit more in the script. But it's one of my favorite things. I love book adaptations. I always have.
They're
Yeah.
always a tricky one, though. I feel like it's always a ping pong match or a tug of war because it's like, yeah, like you want to do the book justice and everything and do justice to the characters, but it's not the book, right? It's the Prime Video series. So I always find that interesting. Joseph, congratulations, by the way, on Hunger Games casting. I just want to say that. That is amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I did want to kind of ask you, it's interesting when, we see a scene with viewer Esther or Emily, and it's like, 2 minutes of runtime from the viewer, then it snaps to another scene, right? But
Yeah.
I know, I guess, because I make films as well, that scene might have taken, a couple of days, to film, even though we see like 2 minutes, right? So I'm wondering when those big scenes, long scenes happen, do they feel like their own mini movie, mini projects, or do they overall feel like part of the project?
I mean, it's just crazy. It's just a whole different book. Like, I mean, I've done one indie project, so I know how quick it can get. Except, so I'd come from an Australian TV show where you have like a tenth of the budget that we had on this.
Yeah.
And then you get onto set on these days and we have scenes that probably run for like literally 15 seconds that take 8 hours to shoot.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like it's a different energy that you got to keep up and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we both made the poor mistake of making our characters very energetic. But I think that we are quite energetic people. So
Easy.
Absolutely. And Esther, it's interesting, more characters than others with this because I find this is interesting because yes, like the teens, the young adult will really love this, but I feel like there's a lot that happens in the show that adults can also relate to and enjoy too. So I love that specifically. But these characters doing self-reflection, soul searching, figuring things out. From an acting perspective, Esther, I'm wondering what you think about that. Is it more fun or challenging playing these lost characters? Because from the viewer perspective, they don't know they're lost. So I find that fascinating. So what do you think about that?
It's interesting. I think I don't think about that almost. Because like you said, I'm not thinking that my character is lost. She just is a bit lost. And I think that does can just play into her like self-discovery, which is really exciting. And I think that that's kind of where I took it. Instead of playing a lost person, I played a person trying to find themselves,
Yes.
and that to me was a bit, more helpful and more intriguing to me. Because when you're lost, you don't, as much as you know that you're lost, you don't really know that. You
Yeah.
know, there's a sense of security that you have to convince yourself to live and be a human being in this world. So I think that it was more of like a discovery, and at the same time,
a playable action.
trying to find it instead of being like this is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both of you, again, are incredible in this series. I can't wait for people to see We Were Liars on Prime Video. It was an honor and privilege to speak with both of you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.